we are going to be talking about creating our own content vision board.
What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin'?
Have we ever done a content vision board? This is something that I do on a yearly basis that has really helped me go back and be like, you know what? Let me see what inspires me. Let me see where I see myself going. Let me see what I want to do with my channel. And so normally I kind of write it out. This time, praise God, we're going to do it digitally, and we're going to show you the simple way of doing this, okay? I'm going to be using a software called Freeform. Freeform is very free. For all my Apple users, my Android people, I'm sorry. Whatever your whiteboard version of this is, okay? But for my Apple users, we are able to use Freeform. Freeform is really dope, and it's really free. And it works on your iPad, your iPhone, your MacBook. Let me show you how I set it up. Okay, let me show you how I set it up. And it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Boom. All right. So, literally, it acts like a whiteboard. Okay. Now, I like using kind of like sticky notes and kind of working it out. But here is where I say 2024 content vision. Nice little sticky note. Boom. Now you can write it out. If you have your iPad and the iPencil, I'm using actually the Mac. So I'm just going to sticky note it. And plus I'm not super like artistic. You feel me? That's other people. But I separate it from the 3 things that I'm going to be active on. Okay? These 3 things I'm going to be active on. So in the chat, let me know what platforms are you going to be active on in 2024. If it's just one platform, that's fine. If it's 3 platforms, 4 platforms, that's perfectly fine. But what platforms in 2024 are you going to be active on? And this is where we're going to categorize everything, right? So I have, as you can see, YouTube. I got Instagram. And of course, I got my podcast. Slight plug, Nicky and Moose, nickyandmoose.com. Comes out every Tuesday, 9 a.m. for the audio. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. But that's slight plug right there. Slight plug. So what are your main platforms that you're going to be active on? This is where we have to remember the best content creators are consumers. I repeat, the best content creators are consumers. We have to do research. We have to look at other people's content in order to get some type of inspiration, right? And not necessarily copy, okay? But to get some type of inspiration. So if I'm going to say, hey, YouTube is going to be one of my main things. What do you think I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be going into YouTube, right? I'm going to go into YouTube. Now, the way that I'm looking at it when it comes to YouTube is I'm going to look at my homepage first. I'm going to see, is there any thumbnails that like catches me, that I may be like, yo, I want to actually try to do this. I want to actually try to figure out my own spin to it. So it's not only just from a content standpoint when it comes to YouTube, when I look at things, it's going to be, okay, let me look at the thumbnails. Let me see from a trending videos, what is that happening? And then let me look at the content, right? So real quick situation. So if I look real quick, what may catch my eye when it comes to thumbnails? For some reason, this right here just drew me in. That kind of blur vibe. And it says 150 plus tips. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit that share. I'm going into copy. Then I'm going back to my board, right? And then I'm going to do a quick sticky again, right? I'm gonna do a quick sticky again. And I'm gonna put thumbnails because this is what I got inspired by. I'm gonna categorize it. We got thumbnails. I'll put that right here. And then I'm going to add the link. Boom. And now when it comes to thumbnails, I'm going to add all the things that have inspired me, that I like, that I see, that I want to have my own version to. Drop it right here. Okay. And then of course you could get fancy. You could, let me see if I could. You could create arrows that connects it. We'll connect it later because I think it's just, is it this way? Boop. There we go. Bang. Right? So I could connect it all I want to. You feel me? Boom. Get it here. Boom. Get it here. Boom. Get it here, right? So we can all see this different types of connections. So now I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to go back to it. Let me bring this back up. Right? Bring this back up. And I'm going to look at more. I'm going to see if anything else hits. Right? Not seeing anything. I like this one. All right. I like this one because it's very clean. I'm like, this brings me curiosity. So I may grab that one too. Boom. Now I'm gonna go back to the thing. I'm gonna go back to Freeform. I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna hit link. Bang. Oops. I don't think I grabbed it right. Oh no, I did. Pew. There we go. Right? So 2 examples of thumbnails. Cool. Now, let me create a duplicate. Let's go right here. Trendy. Right? Trendy. So what do I mean by trendy? I'm going to go into the trending video section. And I'm going to look at some of the videos. And I'm going to, whatever has inspired me, or because of course, I would love to be on the trendy videos page. Now, what does that mean? I got to study the trendy videos page and I got to see which one kind of resonates or what style that I like. And then I'm going to put it on my board. So let me go back to YouTube. Right? Let me go back to YouTube. And this is not just for YouTube. You see, I have Instagram, I have podcasts. So we're going to kind of build out just a couple of them. However, you'll get kind of where I'm going with this. So, boop. All right. Now I'm going to go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Explore. So, explore, trending. So check this out. So now is highlighting Creator on the Rise, the life of Kathy's Kitchen. So now I'm going to look at like, how did we get to the life of how did we become one of the creators of the Rise? So I'm going to look at, boom. What's this looking like? Hold on.
It's your girl Kathy from Kathy's Kitchen. I'm going to show you how we.
I I could appreciate this. And let me explain why I could appreciate this. That was very organic. That was not highly produced. That looked like it came from a phone. Very like simple cuts to getting to the point. And she is now on a creator on the rise. If you saw, this had 1.6 million views just a month ago. That's just a month ago. 1.6 million views for something very simple. So what do you think I'm gonna do? We're gonna get that link. We're gonna get that link. Hold up.
It's your girl Kathy from Kathy's Kitchen. I'm going to show you how we make our chicken and shrimp.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna get that link. We're gonna go, boop, go back to Freeform. You feel me? And I'm gonna put that right there. Why? Because now, not necessarily for like inspiration, not like I want to be like that, more of a reminder that organic content, that just grabbing your phone is still working. It's still getting millions of views. So this is going to be a reminder for me, like, yo, straight up, just raw content is still a thing. And it is being recognized to a high level now. So I'm putting that on my board, like, yo, I ain't gotta be fancy with it. And that was trendy. You feel me? So if I go back to her, boom. Now let's look at, this was 3 weeks ago, right? 3 weeks ago, back in the house with Kathy's Kitchen. See what this is about.
All right, y'all.
Side note, before we go too in, look, she got 22.5K subscribers. Nothing crazy. Nothing millions or anything like that. Just 22.5, which for us smaller YouTubers, that is a lot. So I'm not downplaying it in any kind of way. But when I think about the trending section, and when I think about what YouTube highlights, I always think of people who have 500K, millions of followers, millions of subscribers. This is a average person, and I can appreciate this. So let's just look how her content looks. First off, who thinks that this was shot on an iPhone? Type in iPhone if you think this was shot on an iPhone. I think this was shot on an iPhone. That's just me. Is it green? Let me see. It's at 1080. That's the highest it goes. So I think it was shot on an iPhone or an Android. So y'all don't think I'm hating. Who thinks it was shot on a phone? Just type in phone. I could appreciate, we're not gonna watch this whole thing, but I could appreciate that she also put subtitles, right? Not even relied on the actual closed captions that YouTube already gives. She actually like embedded it in the videos like we would do with short form videos. I think that's pretty dope. I could appreciate when creators do that for long form videos.
Okay. And they was angry at you because you didn't have a real block of cheese that they wanted to see you shred. You was over there shaking some cheese, and you just hurt the cooking community.
So we gonna exit out of this because I don't want her to think that I'm taking all of her content. But this is legit, just a regular conversation. If I fast forward it a little bit.
Is it real or fake cheese?
Baby, it's real. What they say, 100. It's real cheese.
So I guess you wouldn't really know if wood was in it anyway.
Listen, that is not in the ingredients. And
this is really just a regular conversation. I could appreciate this. I really could appreciate this. But that her reel, well, her short, sorry, we're on YouTube. Her YouTube short is now going to be on my content vision board as far as a reminder of, hey, it's okay to grab your phone still and create content. That could still make millions of views. So don't feel that pressure of having highly produced camera quality, lights, camera action kind of vibes. So I can appreciate that. All right. Grand Theft Auto has clearly made the trending. We know that. Godzilla and that's not going to be anything similar. Mr. Beast is I don't know if y'all seen this. He's 2 days, 65 million views. And you know what I like about Mr. Beast stuff? It's his intros. Let me see if it could play. Let's see. I love the hook, right? I love the hook. I love the different angles. This is where I think a lot of creators just kind of study, okay, how does my man bring in the video that we are interested in, right? Because the first couple of seconds are always really inspirational. So, like, not inspirational. The first couple of seconds are always really important to see if we're going to watch the rest of the video. So the fact that he sets it up in that way, you know.
I'll give you $10,000 in a grocery cart. That's wild, dude. Let's go. Well, I'll give it to you.
This challenge could literally make Alex a multi-millionaire, which in theory means he could be in here for years. And
It's right now. All right, Jimmy's.
That's crazy. So that's anything with Mr. Beast is going to the vision board. You know what I mean? Like, because how can we improve in the intros? That's going to be more on my board, and making that note of look at for inspiration for intros. So let's go here, right? We're gonna add that. Boom. Add a link. Go here. Bang. Trendy. And I'll make a little note. Let's make this, let's say, green. And I'll put study intro, right? And just make little notes of why you got it, right? So I'll make that small, put that right here. I'll do another one. Duplicate this, put it over here. Yikes, come on. Stop. All right, there we go. And just put authentic. There we go. Right? So I got my two for the day. Let's go into Instagram, right? Let me see if I can do it more from my phone. Let's go into save stuff. Of course, I have some of the things that inspired me. So we'll go, this is pretty dope. Oh, let me see if I can play it. Oh, hold up.
The camera, you're going to
Say, if a brand reposts.
Here is an iPhone camera trick that is about to blow your mind. First, set up your shot, and instead of going to the camera, you're going to search for voice control. Toggle it on, and now when we go to our camera, all I have to do is say tap take picture. For it to take a picture, swipe right. For it to switch to video, and finally tap record video. For it to take a video, all completely hands-free. Hope this helps.
So, one, that's a fire trick. But two, I loved how he showed that. It wasn't a typical screen recording. It wasn't more of just the phone going over him and showing exactly how to do it. There was just so many different elements to it that I'm like, I gotta put that on the board. I mean, I gotta put that on the board. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take that. We're gonna copy that link. We're gonna go to the board. That's see? That thing is fire. So we're gonna go back to the board. We'll go back to the board. We're gonna go now under Instagram. I'm gonna put that link in. Boom. Bam. And it doesn't show the actual thing, it just shows. There we go. That's my Instagram one. Fire. I mean, so that's gonna be one. Let's see what else that I kept. Let's see what else I kept. Let's go back to me. I like this one. So let me break down why I like this one and why this is probably going to go on the board. Especially for those people who are in the educational side of creating content, or just want to explain the process. Like, oh, this is a good thing. So shipping, right? For anybody who may have a particular product or a service, right? Shipping. Some people may think it's as simple as saying, here's the product, I put it in the mail, go to the mail, you get your stuff, right? Where you can break down in that same kind of context of gotta get the product, gotta QT it, gotta wrap it up, thing broke, gotta get another wrapping situation, gotta send it, gotta get tracking, gotta put it in Shopify, got like all these different things that people may underestimate as people who may want to get into your niche, your market, or those people who are just customers, right? So I find this really dope to kind of show, to debunk certain myths when you're niche in your market and based off what you do. And it can help out, and people are gonna be like, yeah, of the other people who do what you do, like, yeah, that's dope. Or have a better understanding for those people who probably book your services, buy your products, that whole nine. So I'll go put that. Boom. Let's put that here. Link. There we go. Insert. There we go. All right, so we'll just create here, connect that here. I mean, make sure we get all this connected so we know, boom, where it goes. Come on. Beep. All right. So we've messed with a little bit of YouTube, messed with a little bit of Instagram, right? Now, here's another thing you may want to do. You may want on your content vision board, put content that has already worked for you. So you know what to bring in to the new year, right? So for me, when it comes to Instagram, we're gonna go into some of the analytics. So let's do that together. I'll show y'all behind the scenes. You feel me? I'll show y'all behind the scenes. Because real ones won't necessarily do that all the time. So, professional dashboard. You feel me? We'll do content you shared. Now, I can go, let's do all, and then you can do from select time. So let me start over. I'm messing up. So to see what content that has worked, you're gonna hit that content you shared. It's gonna show pretty much all the content, and you get to use the filter on how do you want to see certain things. So I do want to see all content, but I want to see the content from this past year. and see just an overall of what has been working. So it's going to take a minute because I said last year, boom. So we've had, when it comes to accounts reach, 3.2 million, right? On 1.3 million on this one as far as reach. So I'm going to look at this as it pulls up. Come on. And Wi-Fi. Why are we acting like this? So I'm looking at it, breaking it down. Okay. And I may take a screenshot of like, because I know exactly what this is, right? I take a screenshot. Hold up. Why did I do that? Why did I take out of it? Boom, because this is the one where I went over an AI tool about making a website. I'm gonna go send that to my Mac. Oh man, hold on. Doo-doo-doo. Send that to my Mac so I can put it on my board. Here we go. Then we're gonna go to the board. Did it send it? Did it send it? Receive. There we go. So now all I gotta do is drop it here. Boom. Make this to be like, yo, these are the numbers that you for sure still want to get. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put that on the board. You did good. We're not gonna downplay what you've done the year prior to. You're gonna acknowledge, give flowers, and bring that into the new year. So let's put that on the board of like, yo, that was you. You feel me? That was you. So now I'm gonna go back to my phone. I'm gonna see, now I can change the metrics. I'm gonna see which one had the most shares. Now, the reason why I'm going to do the one that had the most shares, because I want to reach new people. And the way to reach new people is to create content that people share. So let me figure out of my analytics what people share. And so I can put that on the board as far as recreating that and bringing that back. Okay. So as that gathers, come on. Is this making sense? Put your favorite emojis in the chat or in the comments if this is making sense to you. And if you are kind of in the process of your own, at least in your head, of creating your own content vision board, right? This is my definition of a content vision board. You guys can have your own, like, nah, I want to do it in this kind of way. That's cool. Things that inspire you, add that too. Things that you've already done that you want to bring into the new year, put that on your board as well, right? Put that on your board as well. Now, I also brought up YouTube, not YouTube, podcasts, right? Or I also brought up podcasts. Bang, here we go. All right. So now I'm going to look at the top dogs in the podcast game, right? But I'm not going to necessarily always look at only top shows. I'm going to go to a specific category. For me, for Nicky and Moose, let me move me so you can see all categories. I'm going to go into education, right? Because Nicky and Moose is under education. We'll make this a little bit bigger. So let's look at some of the top shows. We got Mel Robbins. We got Jordan. We got Mark. Come on, Mark. And so we're looking at some of the top people, right? And we're seeing, is there anything that truly inspires us? And for me, just pretty much taking a screenshot of the top so we can, hey, E's on the board. Come on, E. E's on the board. But just seeing the variety. Anthony O'Neill, shout out to Anthony O'Neill. Just seeing the different variety and what is Ali Abdaal, love Ali Abdaal. What is out there? What is possible? What inspires you? You know what I mean? So what we doing? Going up here. We're gonna take a screenshot. Feel me? Take a screenshot of this. And then I'm going to go. Did I put it? Boop. Then I'm going to go and put that on my Freeform. Right here. And here's the thing. I'm going to keep building this until we get to 2024. I'm going to keep building this pretty much also going into 2024. So December and January, I'm building up different inspirations, and still throughout the year, I'm going to be building up. So one, when you have something like this, it creates different content ideas as well, different forms and styles for you as well when you don't necessarily feel inspired, right? So you could put content vision, you could put content inspiration, you could put however you want to be. But for me, it's always going to be, boom, and connect that. This is always going to be a running board for me, where some vision boards, you do it once and then that's it. That's what it looks like. For me, with content is always changing. You feel me? Content is always changing. So now I'm just going to have something that I always go back to. And this board, like I said, with Freeform, it is available to look at on my phone. So if I was to go on my phone, all right, boom, we'll do Freeform, boom. See if it's synced. I don't know if it's going to be synced because it's here. There it is. Bang. So Freeform right here. Now I got it on my phone. I got it on my Mac, right? I got it on my Mac. I got it on my iPad. So things that, if it's important to me, it got to be with me in all different places. For those people who like to do it on a notebook or in a big board or however it is, like the notebook will forever stay with me, right? Notebook will forever stay with, or at least stay in the place that I'm always at. So that is my version, right? That is my version. And you don't really hear many people talk about a content vision board. But today we just created a content vision board for 2024. So here's what I want you to do. Start yours. Take a video, a picture of it, a screenshot of it, and put it on your stories and tag me, okay? Whatever stories you want to put, or if you want to post it, put, manifest everything that you want. I'm cool with it. But if our brand, if our content is supposed to grow going into the new year, we need to actually see what we want. We actually got to envision all the places that we want to go, all the followers that we want. You feel me? Like if you saw my board, let me see if I could zoom in on it. There we go. So if you go back, boop, if you see, I have this thing right here. This is kind of the vibes that I always want to see when I open up my Instagram, right? 1.2K likes, 10.2K people commenting, 22.5K new followers each and every single time I open up my Instagram. So it's little things that I'm adding to it that I'm like, this is what I want to see. So If you're going to do that, put in the chat, put in the comments, me. Let me know if you're going to do your content vision board.